Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 46 of Patton's Best. We are getting closer to the end, but we're not quite there yet. Last episode was pretty exciting. We got a Panther, we killed some machine guns and light weapons. Our current VP is 76. We need 100 or higher to get our first promotion. And I'm really hoping to get a promotion before we end this. I wonder how people do the last promotion. I mean, to, to become the last rank, you need like 300 or 400. Yeah, to become a captain, you need 400. If you kill, let's see here, if you kill 10 panthers, you will have 90. If you kill 50, you will have 415. Sorry, 450, I believe. So then basically you need to kill, I mean, 10 is 90, 100 would be 900. Yeah, so 450. You roughly need to kill then about 40 panthers to become a captain. How is that going to happen? That is just crazy. Staff sergeant is going to be our goal. And getting also 200 for second lieutenant, maybe if you're really aggressive, but 300 for the first lieutenant. I just don't see that happening. I mean, with your, because if you're aggressive, you're also most likely going to die. It's really hard to see how that's going to work out. Anyway, let's take a look here. Next, we have one last counterattack. We like the counterattacks. We hope we get it on a 2 or lower. And roll a 5, so we will skip that day. Next day is one of these assaults with a 4 or lower for combat, light resistance as all the other. Historical note is across the main at Großhaum. Kind of hope I skipped that because then we reach April. We're going to have better weather. We're going to have longer days. So I just want to get to April. I just want to get to the end, to be honest. We're all now to see what happens. Combat occurs on a roll of 4 or lower. And roll a 6, so we do skip that one. On the next one, we will have combat on a 2 or lower. And roll a 6, so we skip next one. We are soon in April, guys. 2 more days in 2 more days here in March. Next one, 2 or lower. We roll a 5. To skip the last day of March, we need to roll 3 or higher. We should be able to do it. Come on. Yes, we roll a 3. So we are in April. We are certainly now getting closer to the end. We have an assault. Combat occurs on a 4 or lower. Light resistance. And the historical note is Creuzburg. So I'm guessing that is some city in south of Berlin. Roll to see if combat happens. 1, 2, 4. It happens. And roll a 4, so we have combat in Creuzburg. That is going to be the 1st of April, 1945, and we have a light advance. Not a lot of days left now. There is 17 days left after this. And all of them except one combat will occur on 2 or lower. So, yeah, we are not looking at many more days of combat. We will roll for weather. Roll 30, that is going to be clear weather. We load ammo. We roll for high velocity armor piercing. Roll a 10, awesome. That gives us 3 rounds, and we have from previous turn 3, so we have 6. Let's see here, determine amount of daylight. So we are now in April, so 5:15, so we only scratch off 15 minutes. And sunset will be at 7. So we only lose 30 minutes now to the day time. That's awesome. We roll for time and ammo already expended. Now first we have to roll for extra ammo. And roll a 9. That is going to be 30 extra HE rounds. That's not good. Yeah, we haven't loaded ammo yet, but we always go with 20, so that's going to be a total of 50. We have 10 extra 30 cal, and that's going to let us get 45 AP, I think. Let's see here. 71 minus 20, that's 51. 51 minus 6, that's 45, so 45 AP. Okay. And then we roll for time and ammo already expended. We roll a 6, that's 3. Split in half, 3. Let me just adjust the microphone. 3 split in half plus 1, that's 4 hours. So that is going to be all of these. Plus 15 minutes. And it is going to be 6 30 cal boxes. So we go to 4. From 10 extra to 4 extra. And from 30 extra HE rounds minus 12, it is going to be 18 extra. Okay. So we will go ahead and roll for the Termio tanks deployment from the deployment table. 79, that is going to be moving for sure, but we're not going to be the lead tank. We are moving at the start of the battle. And open hatches, we open all except the commanders. Marked round in the main gun. We have already high velocity armor piercing for some reason. And yes, that's the one we're going with. Determine starting area. Starting area is going to be 2, which is down. Okay, it's over here. Exit area is going to be 5, which is down here. So that's most likely, yes, we're going to reach exit area. Let's go ahead and call in for a shitload of support. First, we have to roll for resistance level. It's light resistance. And I'm just going to call in for artillery. Mark off 45 minutes by calling for arty 3 times. First one is not granted. Second one is granted. 1 to 7 is needed. Third one is not granted. We do it again. 30 minutes for 2 attempts. First attempt is granted. Second attempt is also granted. See here. Yeah, we roll in. That is 30 minutes of travel time. We roll to see if we have combat. We have combat on a 7 or higher. We roll a 7, so we have combat. So we need 2 enemies. 12. Also, let's mark off 2 fuel. We go to 33 fuel. 12 is going to be a light weapons squad. Second enemy 52. That is going to be an AT gun, but it turns into a light weapons squad in February 45. And we'll spawn here. Distance will be medium. Terrain is going to be a building. Let's see. Next squad goes here. Distance will be, I think that is medium resistance. Yeah, come on. And terrain is gonna be building, I think, yes. There we go. And we have artillery times 3. Artillery will kill infantry squads on a roll of 1 to 30. We'll try first with this one. No. Next one. Yes. So the first infantry squad dies from the artillery. We mark off a VP. And we have 2 more attempts against the last one. 1 to 30. Nope. Last attempt. Nope. So he's not dead. We roll to see if there's an ambush. There will be an ambush on a roll of 1 to 7. 10. So there's no ambush. We attempt to spot him with our driver. Roll a 9. He's hidden. So we cannot do anything. And we close our hatches then. There's nothing we can do here. We will open up with bow MG and coaxial. And I'm going to actually rotate the turret with the gunner. Bow MG. So the turret goes over here and we fire the bow MG over here. We roll. We stop also, so we're not moving any longer. And we roll for the bow MG ammo. 94, nothing. Banana fly. We roll now for the enemy action. Roll 81, which I believe is fire at enemy infantry. Sorry, friendly infantry. 81 for this guy is gonna be, yes, fire at infantry. They kill friendly infantry on a roll of 20 or lower. Next 46, so they don't manage to do that. Friendly action again, 1 to 39 to kill him. 50, it's a fail. Random event is 59, which is enemy. No, it's not. It's friendly advance. Awesome. Our turn again. We just keep up the fire, and instead of turning the turret with the gunner, we simply fire the coaxial as advancing fire. And we roll for ammo first for bow MG. 100, we have a gun malfunction, and 27 for the coaxial. That's one ammo box. We go from 4 extra to 3 extra 30 cal boxes. And we have a gun malfunction with the bow MG again, so we remove that marker. We roll for our infantry. They roll a 50. That is going to be move back. He retreats a little bit. We roll for his new terrain, which will be moving in the open. And we remove the building and the hidden marker. Roll for our friendlies now. To kill him, they need a roll of 1 to 42. Roll 60. Roll for random event. 19, which is friendly artillery. To kill that one, we need 1 to 30 with artillery. We roll 43. It is our turn again. We're gonna try to attempt to repair the bow MG. And we need to repair that. We need 1 to 20 minus crew members rating, which is 10, so 1 to 30. And roll 68, which is no effect. And we will open the hatches of the commander. The hatch of the commander, and he will fire the 50 cal. I don't think he can kill at long range though. Yeah, he can. 10 or lower to kill. Minus crew members rating, which is 9 now. Great job, Johnny. That's 19 or lower to kill. Minus 15 if light weapons moving in the open. So 19 or lower turns into 29. 34 or lower, we get light weapons. 28. Nice job, Johnny. Man, Johnny is a killer with that 50 cal. We lose 1 ammo box. We go from 6 to 5. And we mark off a personal VP. We have now 77 VP. And we roll for random event. 57. That is going to be friendly advance again, but you know, we're not going to do it. We have already won. Let's reset the battle board. We mark off our first VP for capturing an area. Roll for resistance in this A area. It's 10, so we will have medium resistance. So we will spend 15 minutes instead and roll for this area. And roll a 7, so that's light resistance. We will call for 3 artillery strikes. First one granted, second one not granted, third one granted. We try again. Third one granted. So we have 3 artillery support strikes there, and we will also have the roll for new deployment. 78, that's going to be moving. And let's clear the board here. We're all for repair. We're all 37 is repaired. Only on a 90 or higher it's not. It's broken for the remainder of the day. We open some hatches here. And remove our orders. Let's see here. We have a lot of time, man. So we'll move in. It's dirt roads of 30 minutes. Combat happens on a roll. Also fuel. Getting so excited now that we're getting close to the end of the campaign. We roll d10, combat on 7 or higher, and roll a 10, so we have combat. It's going to be 50 minutes of time for combat and 2 enemy units. First one is going to be an, let's see here, machine gun. Would have been an SPG, but because we are in March, it becomes a machine gun. 63. That is a tank. We have a tank, guys. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, let's roll for spawning of the tank first. He will go right in front of us. His distance will be long. That's unfortunate. His facing will be front. I don't like that. Terrain is gonna be hold down. Come on. And then we'll roll for the MG team who goes over here. Distance is gonna be long, and terrain is gonna be in, see, an A area. It's gonna be in the woods. We have 3 artillery supports. To kill the MG, we need a roll of 1 to 30. 1 to 33 actually. The MG is killed, we rolled 23. On the very first artillery strike, we get 1 VP for that. To kill the tiger, we'll only be able to do so on a roll of, see here, 1 to 10, but then we have plus 10 for artillery fire versus vehicles, so he's only killed on an automatic kill of a 1, 2, or 3. First one we roll 15, second one we roll 54, and last one we roll 13. So good rolls, but not enough to kill a tiger with artillery. We go ahead and roll to see if there's an ambush. We have an ambush. The tank rolls 63, turns into 83. Actually turns into 73, and 73 is going to be fire at any tank. 83 would have meant it fired at us. With the 88L, it is gonna kill on a roll of 43 or lower. 72, he miss. It's our turn. We attempt to spot with our driver and roll a 3, so he's not only spotted but also identified. Roll on the identification table, roll a 3. That's a little Panzer IV. What is he doing here? Doesn't he know it's dangerous to be out here? And do we have any chance at all to hit and kill that guy? Long range 40. Yeah. Why shouldn't we try? I mean, we have, let's see, the chance to kill him is going to be 72 or lower if we hit the turret. That's pretty good, and we're not going to use, we're going to use 1, of course, high velocity armor piercing round, but then we reload with other stuff. We open the hatch of the commander, or let's see here, driver will stop. He will just stop. So just remove the moving marker. Loader is going to load, and he is going to load from the ready rack. Or actually, no, he's not. He's just going to load. Because I don't want to use up my high velocity armor piercing. Our assistant driver will pass ammo. Our gunner will fire main gun. And our commander is going to direct fire. Let's close the hatches for the driver and assistant driver and the loader. There's no reason to keep them open. I gotta keep the hatch open from the commander not to get a negative modifier. And let's see now to get rid of fire with this kind of tank with a 76, you know, it is gonna be on a 20 or lower. But then we have minus gunners and loaders rating. Gunner is 10, loader is, so it turns into 30. Loader is 9, so it turns to 39. And then minus assistant driver's rating, if he's passing ammo, so it turns into 49 now. So assistant driver passing ammo is just as effective as having the ready rack. So we actually don't really have to use the ready rack because we have such an efficient assistant driver. The loader will load with AP. we currently have high velocity armor piercing. So the first one is a high velocity armor piercing round. To hit, we need a 40 or lower. 40 or lower turns into, it's not a small target, but it will turn into, because of our combined crew rating, 69 or lower. Do we have any other modifiers here? Nope, we do not. We are gonna acquire him from -15 if we get a second shot at him. So we mark here for a first shot acquired, and we go ahead and remove one high velocity armor piercing. So we go from 6 to 5. Also, that means I would have had, let's see here, only 5 in this one, so that would be 1 AP left. And we're not reloading from ready rack now. We are loading directly from the ammo. So we roll now to see what happens. Again, we need 49 or lower to get a rate of fire, 69 or lower to hit. We roll 99. We roll 99. Yeah. You know, you play with fire, you're gonna get burned. We go ahead and roll for our tank, 34, which is going to be move to the right. So he moves out of the way. His new facing is gonna be the side. He's trying to escape. His new terrain is gonna be in the open. So we have a chance here. If we can just spot him next turn, we will have a real chance to get him. We roll for friendly action, for friendlies to get him, and I hope they don't. They need a 1 to 39. Ah, 19, so they take him. That's a shame. So our friendlies kill the Panzer IV for 7 VP. Roll for random events. 96, that is flanking fire, which is, you know, it's not going to be used now as we have won. Okay, we have captured the territory. That's our second VP for today for capturing territories. We reset our battle board and we go with, we still keep high velocity armor piercing. Let's see here. Let's get rid of these markers. And we're gonna open some hatches as well, close some hatches. We are gonna open the hatch of the loader, this driver, assistant driver. And let's see, yes, that's correct. We roll for our placement 51. I think that is moving. It's actually stopped. We're stopped. And we have to roll for resistance in the B area. Roll a 3, so it's going to be light resistance. See here, and we have quite a lot of time left. I'll call in for 2 airstrikes and artillery strike. Airstrike 1 to 4 is not granted. Artillery strike is granted. Airstrike 1 to 4 is granted. Artillery strike is also granted. Let's see here, it should be down here. We try again. And 1 extra artillery strike. Airstrike 1 to 4 is granted. Artillery strike 1 is not granted. We try again. 7. Okay, so we move into the new area. We spend 45 minutes, so there's no direct road. And we spend 2 fuel. We go from 31 to 29. Combat happens on an 8 or higher. We'll roll 1, so there is no combat. And we mark off 1 VP. Okay, we'll attempt to bomb the next area. Mark off an hour, calling in for 2 airstrikes. First airstrike is not granted. The artillery strike is, however, granted. Second airstrike 1 to 4 is granted. And artillery strike is not granted. Mark off another 30 minutes. Airstrike 1 to 4 required is granted. Artillery strike 1 to 7 is granted. Mark off another 15 minutes for artillery strike attempt. It is granted. Whoops. Roll into the new area. That is going to take us 45 minutes of time. We decrease our fuel from 29 to 27. Roll for combat is B area. Combat occurs. Yeah, we haven't rolled for resistance yet. Resistance is going to be light. Combat occurs on an 8 or higher, and roll a 7, so we capture that exit area. 10 VP. Now we need to reset the battle board completely, since we have captured the exit area. And we need to roll for a new entry area. New entry area is going to be 4. New exit area is going to be 7, which is over here. Okay, so we roll for resistance in this B area here. Light resistance. And we will call in 2 artillery strikes. 1 to 7 we get them. First one is granted, second one is also granted. We have 2 artillery strikes. We move in. Takes 30 minutes because it's a dirt road. That is the last time of the day. We go from 75 fuel to 25 fuel. Combat happens on an 8 or higher. Roll a 3, so it's no combat, and that ends the day. Let's look at our tables here, how the day went. We knocked out 1 MG on our own and 2 MGs from friendlies. We have 3 VP. 1 Panzer IV knocked out by our friendlies, 7 VP. 3 VP for captured areas, which turns into 6 because our advanced scenario victory point multiplier. And captured exit area turns from 10 to 20 VP. No friendlies lost. So our tank has a total VP of 1. Friendly forces have VP of 9. And territory we have VP of 26. Total VP for the day is going to be 36. That is on a successful day, and we also did at least kill something. Man, I'm a little bit annoyed. I would have liked to kill that. That would have given us 84 VP. So we still need to get 23 VP somehow before the career ends. That's going to be hard. Johnny P is the only one who gets a roll for advancement. If he rolls a 10, a beautiful 10, we will have the perfect tank crew in the perfect tank. That would be legendary. We roll a 2. Better luck next time. I got a feeling that it's going to happen. I got a feeling. So to find out if it actually happens, you're going to have to join us for the next episode, which is going to be 47. Yes, I know it's crazy. We have just finished fighting at Creuzburg. Then we have 2 advances happening on a 2 or lower. 1 advance happening on a 4 or lower. All of them have light resistance, of course. And after that one, we have finished any advance or counterattack on anything other than 2 or lower. So for all of the remaining ones, 2 or lower, 2 or lower, 2 or lower. So we could, if we were rolling good, you could pass them all. Very likely. We're most likely looking at 2 or 3 more episodes of Patton's Best. Would be epic to end on episode 50. And by that standard, we gotta play for 4 more episodes, since this is episode 46. We'll see what happens, guys. Really thankful for all of you who are joining me. It is so great to play this game when I know that people are watching and cheering on. Also, I'm hoping that you're also all wondering, how is this gonna end? Is he gonna make it to the end with 1 commander? Well, we'll see how it goes, guys. We have a few more days to roll for. Let's count the days here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 days left. 17 days left of light resistance combat on 2 lower, so most likely we're going to skip most of them. Statistically, 17 times if you roll. How many times would you get a 2 or lower? Statistically, I think it should be like 3 or 4 times. Well, we'll see how it ends, guys. You gotta watch the next episode. I'll see you in the next time playing Patton's Best.